I do remember a patient, in retrospect, probably came across like a similar kind of an article, but misinterpreted and like, dumped a whole bunch of olive oil all over his body.
On his body?
Used it as lube during sex. His partner was a little confused.
Was he a chef? Why did he have so much olive oil? Hey everybody, I'm JC Mendoza. Welcome to Uncomfortable Questions, where I get to ask a doctor questions that we are all thinking about and dying to know, but might be too embarrassed to ask. With me today, as always, is Dr. Peter Stahl. He is a board-certified urologist and a nationally recognized leader in male sexual medicine. Dr. Pete, you are in the building today. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty great.
I'm feeling even better now that you're here because I have so much to talk to you about. I just want to ask you first, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. When you see olive oil and lemon juice, what's the first thing that you think of?
Salad?
All right, not an ED treatment at all?
No, I definitely do not think of an ED treatment.
I don't know. Apparently it's making rounds on the internet that like olive oil and lemon juice is a potential cure for erectile dysfunction. Can you explain as to why that might be?
Well, maybe that has to do with the kind of like idea of a Mediterranean diet.
What is a Mediterranean style diet?
All right, so a Mediterranean style diet is a diet that's like focused on kind of olive oil, leaner meats like fish, not so much sugar, and just kind of like a healthy Greek style diet.
Okay, so that sounds delicious and nutritious. And does that prove to have any effects on, erectile dysfunction as a treatment?
So there's like a lot of literature about Mediterranean style diets and cardiovascular health. Like the penis fills up with blood, right?
Right.
To get hard. So where does that blood come from? It comes from, blood vessels. It comes from the heart, right? So cardiovascular health is really, really intimately connected with ED. We know that, like, for example, the development of erectile dysfunction sometimes can be a warning sign that someone might have a heart attack or stroke within the next 3 to 5 years. So back to the Mediterranean style diet. So, there's pretty good literature out there supporting a beneficial effect of a Mediterranean style diet on cardiovascular health. And there's also some literature out there that same style of diet is associated with better sexual health outcomes too. Now look, that doesn't mean eat some fish, take a shot of olive oil,
right?
Squeeze a lemon into your mouth and you're gonna be like on fire tonight, right? That is not how it works.
It does sound like it would be sexy though. Like to just grab a lemon and just squeeze it in front of your partner to show some strength. And then the olive oil dripping down your body. I feel like that could get something going, even if not directly. I don't know, maybe.
I'm gonna
You gotta back, come on, Dr. Pete. So since we know that the old olive oil, lemon juice thing, it doesn't actually help treat ED, what are some ways that you actually can treat erectile dysfunction? So
there's, of course, like, the FDA-approved medications for ED. And then there are also some lifestyle things that I think is probably more like what you're asking about in this particular setting. This is all common sense stuff, right? So like smoking, for example, is really terrible for vascular disease and vascular function. And vascular function, so that's like blood vessels, are like, very important for erections. Anything that's bad for your heart and bad for your cardiovascular system is generally bad for your penis and bad for sex. A lot of guys aren't super motivated by the idea of, protecting themselves against heart attack 10 years from now.
Right.
For whatever it's worth, weirdly, the idea of protecting their penis 10 years from now is like a whole different ballgame.
Take me right in action right now.
As like a urologist focused on men's health, that relationship actually between heart health and sexual health is one that, I try to leverage a lot, right? It's a win-win, right?
Take care of this, takes care of that.
That's right.
That's pretty good.
Or you take care of that and it takes care of this.
There you go, a little quid pro quo, you know what I'm saying, for the two most important parts of the male body. Well, there you have it, and thank you so much for putting the squeeze on this myth, Dr. Pete. I really appreciate it.
It's always a pleasure, JC.
Cool. Well, I mean, while we're here, we already got it. I mean, it might not help, but it's here. You know what I'm saying? You might as well get it. Would you?
I'm gonna stick with this, but cheers.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Before I take this shot, remember to like and subscribe, comment and follow for more content. Cheers, everybody. I'm not actually gonna do that. That's actually a crazy thing to do.